Welcome back to Sleepover. My name is Daniel Cabral.
I'm Luis Lemos.
And today, once again, Vince Caldera is facing allegations.
You know, ever since the Ghislaine Maxwell trial started, like, a lot of people have been going down, and Vince was one of those casualties, unfortunately. Yeah. He's going to beat the case, for sure.
We got the best case. We got the guy that got Bill Cosby out of jail on it. So, Vince...
I was about to say Johnny Cochran, but no, he got OJ off.
He's also in hell right now.
Oh, is he dead?
He's dead, yeah. Oh. Everybody who worked in that case died like a painful death, like involving health. I think he died of cancer.
Wow.
Rob Kardashian died of cancer, and his son is fat.
A fate worse than death.
The fate worse than death. Oh, dude, he's just out here embarrassing his family. But Vince is gone. Vince isn't here. He is at Disney World, dude.
The happiest place on earth.
Mm-hmm. And
that's where Super Bowl MVPs go when they win the Super Bowl.
That's where they go, and there's a lot of human trafficking at Disney World. Mm-hmm. And Vince is there by himself,
chopping it up.
He's there he's out there on the auction block.
It's so weird that he went there without his girlfriend either.
Yeah, it is weird. And he's like, "Oh, don't tell her that I'm going." He's like, "Tell her I'm going to a strip club." And I was like, "This Vince is weird." Here's something I always wonder though. I even discussed this with my girlfriend. I was like, "Can you imagine Vince Caldera flirting?"
Yeah, because here's my thing. I think before, when Vince is single, like, it was just like girls would be like, "Oh, he's cute," and they start talking to him. Like, I've never felt like Vince had to do like the initiation. He never had to like go for it. Like, this is in high school, so you can't get mad at him. If his girlfriend listens to this, you can't get mad at him. When Vince was in high school, like, his high school was like 3 floors, and I think there was like a point where he was like a senior in high school, and he was like dating 3 different girls on each floor, and like his entire school gave him like a round of applause.
I've never known this. Are you serious? I can't wait to clip this shit.
Oh no! Oh, he's gonna fucking hate me.
Vince was dating 3 girls at one time on 3 different floors, 3 different stories. That bitch had a trilogy on him, dude. Oh my god, the Pimp Daddy trilogy, dude. Fuck the Godfather.
The Caldera trilogy, dude.
The Caldera trilogy, dude. That's crazy. Vince has bodies, bro. Vince has bodies. You know the movie?
It's crazy because Vince Caldera Sr. has bodies, and then Vince Caldera Jr. like also has bodies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Like different bodies, but
it runs in the blood. I think that's crazy. 3 different. And did they know it? Did they know?
I think like one of them was like, "Fuck it," but then I don't like. It's you just don't mention it.
Mm-hmm. When Vince tells me these stories, which I won't say because he's not here. But dude.
I don't even know what story you're talking about.
There's tales, bro, like of just tales from the crypt. Like, this fool's got like a straight up horror anthology of just, you know what I mean? Every time he tells,
he always smashes on rainy nights.
Oh, like, dude, it's scary. He stalks the girl. He goes like Nosferatu.
Vince gets stalked by girls, dude.
Oh, yeah, he does get stalked. Vince he's got some shit. There's a story. This doesn't involve Vince, but I don't know why the high school thing made me think of this. Somebody told me this story. It happened at Marshall High School, apparently, that there was a girl and a guy in a classroom, right? And the guy was like, "Hey, give me top." And the girl was just like, "Okay." So this girl started giving this guy top in class, and they got in trouble, and the girl got suspended. But nothing happened to the guy. In fact, they built a statue of this guy. I think.
I mean, dude, I couldn't even pay attention in class, let alone make someone else give me head.
Bro, can you imagine? Like, this fool, he got no charges at all. They're about to expel this girl for disrupting the class. That shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he can just put that shit away, but like,
how do you even finesse that?
Dude, Marshall seemed pretty wild. Like, there was a girl in my high school who I'd heard. Oh no, she didn't go to Marshall. She went to a high school in Glendale.
She went to Glendale.
I should have put it on blast, but like, she had apparently at a party had like gone down on 3 dudes.
Oh my god, at once?
Yeah, and they recorded it. And then she had to like leave that high school. Oh my! Which is just like, damn, that sucks. But like,
damn, did you try shooting your share? Like, you might.
No, she did not fuck with me at all.
How do you even hear about this? This girl, you met this girl?
Yeah, I knew her. I mean, my school was really small.
You knew? You met her in high school?
Yeah, we went to the same high school.
You met her in high school, and you knew about her. What happened before you met her, or like you saw?
No. I heard about that like a year after I had known about her.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. So you shook her hand and shit, and then you saw the video. You're like, "Oh, I met a celebrity."
I never saw the video.
Oh, okay.
Because that would have been child pornography.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. You can go to jail if you have that shit.
That is crazy, dude. That's crazy. I mean, that's why Vince isn't here. He's like, Krista Lee is like, whoa, wait 1 second.
You can screenshot Snapchats.
Hold on, what? That shit's crazy. And that guy's trying to make a comeback, and I don't like it. I don't.
He has like a neck tattoo now. That's scary, dude. Like that's a bad. Like when white guys get neck tattoos, like either they just got Me Too'd, or they just became a Nazi, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's neither or.
I'd prefer the Nazi, honestly, because a Nazi can be reasoned with. You know what I mean? But a pedophile, that's a sicko. That's a. We're all three. Oh, never mind. We're all a bad day away from just fucking starting a race war. Not becoming Nazis, but just with our own thing. Yeah.
A race war is always imminent, just in any situation, dude.
You know what's the funny thing about Mexicans? That we just get to say La Raza, which means like the master race, and people are just like, yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's them.
That's how you know that you're not the master race. You know what I mean? Because you're just like, well, yeah, we know it's not. It's like when a little girl wears heels. You're like, that's not true, but she can pretend. We're the utility player. Mexicans are the Alex Caruso of the races.
They're just scrappy.
We're scrappy.
They're gonna get that rebound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's all I could say. Because if I go into other races, if I call any race the Kyle Kuzma, you know what I mean? Because Samoans they're not the LeBron. Because I think they're
LeBron is his own fucking thing.
He is, dude. He's a black man. He's the biggest. He's LeBron. LeBron's cool.
I like LeBron. I like LeBron way more before he joined the Lakers. Like once he was on my team, then it was like I started noticing everything. But I still fuck with LeBron heavy. Like I still like LeBron.
I honestly think I could have a better chance of coming home and tell my dad, like, be like, "Hey, Pop, I'm gay," and he'd be like, "Okay, like whatever." You know, I'm sure he wouldn't love it. You know, but if I was like, "Pop, I'm bronsexual," he'd be like, "Did I fail you as a parent?"
You take off your head and you have a receding hairline now.
I wipe like a Kobe like fucking tattoo. I wipe off the 24 and it says 23.
Or 6.
That'd be even worse, dude. Honestly.
6?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought LeBron should have only worn 23 when he was on the Cavs and worn 6 on every other team.
Yeah.
But he won his title with 23, so I mean, fuck it.
What's that Drake lyric where he's like went from 26 to 23 like I'm LeBron?
What song is that?
Nonstop,
yeah.
Which I don't even understand what it means, but it just sounds cool. I'm assuming money. I'm assuming he's talking about money, dude.
Yeah, well, LeBron won a title when he went back to Cleveland, but he also won a title when he went to. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Either way,
Drake, you're fucking crazy, dog.
You're crazy. But speaking of Drake,
they didn't mention it, but the free Larry Wilmore concert is tonight. But
dude, I still can't believe I was bamboozled when I was like, I'm like, they're putting on a free concert to raise awareness. What is the money going towards?
Who are they freeing again? What's that?
Larry Hoover. They're freeing Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, either you free him or you don't. You guys why do I have to pay to free this motherfucker? You guys want to free him.
For the amount of those tickets, like, keep that fool locked up.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I'm going to arrest his ass myself if you free him. I'm going to be like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm like, lock his ass up again. I really hope the concert is kind of good but not amazing, or else I'm going to feel really mad at myself.
We could have gone to the IMAX to go see it.
We could, but instead we're recording this for the people, dude. What if people just record? What if they watch Sleepover in IMAX?
Damn, that'd be an experience. Well, how would we enhance the IMAX experience? You know, if Sleepover was in theaters.
They're like, wow, I could really feel the table. And the Dolby sound, they could really hear Vince going like this. Because sometimes this food is just really just like he's
thirsty, dog.
Yeah, there's like a wave going on in his mouth of just like dryness and like. What if I make people drive to Westwood to watch Sleepover? You know?
Oh, you haven't seen Licorice Pizza yet, huh?
I haven't seen it, dude. I have not seen it. PTA, though. I think Paul... I don't know who I was talking to this about, but I want Paul Thomas Anderson to make a movie about Vince McMahon.
About Vince McMahon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. After he's dead, though, so we can get all the crazy shit. But I feel like that would be a wild-ass movie, you know?
PTA is so specific for Vince McMahon movie, but I fuck with it. Yeah, I fuck with the idea. Just like a Daniel Plainview?
Yes.
Just fucking that with Vince McMahon,
yeah. I steal your wrestlers. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I want. Because Vince McMahon is like the craziest billionaire. Like, if you ever wondered what, like... Vince McMahon would be as president. It's like Donald Trump.
Vince and Triple H, they're still brothers. They both billionaires.
Wait, what?
There's a Kanye line where it's like, Kanye and Jay still brothers. They both billionaires.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. That's wild. Dude, if Vince was a wrestler, who do you think he reminded? Vince doesn't like wrestling.
No, Vince would be like a scrappy, like those skinny wrestlers who win the title and then they're just like always the comeback people, you know.
Yeah, Vince is no Chris Benoit, but he has very Chris Benoit like.
We're talking about like having just one bad day, and that's a Chris Benoit story in a nutshell. Just having one bad day.
But you go through a whole lifetime of just being one of the best wrestlers of all time. You have one
WrestleMania 20. I want to get into this,
dude. Holy shit! Like I literally watched that thing, and look, I would clarify, Chris Benoit. That shit is really fucked up. That story.
That story is.
I don't want that because
for anyone who doesn't know, Chris Benoit was a wrestler who had like roid rage problems and just like ended up murdering his entire family in cold blood.
Yeah. Great wrestler though, I swear.
Insane. Cripper crossface
is really good. And then he lost his mind after Eddie Guerrero died, which I hope my friends fucking like. If like I tragically died and then we like find out that Vince went insane and murdered his family, I'd be like, well, he's really a friend.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. He really loved me, dude.
Vince has never drank in his life, but if he starts drinking after you die, like mission accomplished.
Yeah, dude, that shit's crazy. But that whole WrestleMania 20, even just like wrestling, WWE is just so much fun to watch. But WrestleMania 20 had Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle.
And where's it at?
Oh, it is the Garden.
It's at Madison Square Garden.
And guess who's there briefly? Because I watched it. Your boy Donald.
Oh, is Donald? I don't remember that.
Donald Trump is literally there at WrestleMania 20, and they interview him, and they kind of talk politics a little bit. And then guess who goes up right after they talk to Donald Trump?
Is it John Cena?
No, it's fucking Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. Eddie Guerrero comes out, and is just like, I lie, I cheat, I steal. And then Donald Trump is just like, I knew it.
No, Donald Trump's like, that's a good idea. This motherfucker's making some sense right here.
That's what the idea was implanted. He's like, wait, who's got this, motherfucker? He's like, wait a second. He's like, I don't know if I like this because he's facing Kurt Angle. You know what I mean? And like, who's like the most American? You know,
he's an Olympic gold medalist.
He's an Olympic gold medalist. He reps the American flag. He literally says, he's like, this is what Kurt Angle. His angle is but his angle on the storyline is him saying that a drug addict should not be the WWE World Champion. That's his whole thing. That's it. You know, and he's just trying to take it from Eddie Guerrero.
Doesn't Eddie win by like he uncuffs his boot, so he's able to like get out of the ankle lock, and then he rolls up Kurt Angle? Yeah,
dude. And honestly, that's just
I watched this WrestleMania when I was a kid on pay-per-view, and like it's just cool for me to see you experience it because that was one of my favorite WrestleManias.
Yeah,
like, I'm not really big into wrestling now, but I remember like a good stretch where I watched like I think like 4 or 5 WrestleManias in a row, and it's just like that's so dope as a kid. Like it's really a spectacle.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we never got pay-per-view anything, I think, besides boxing matches. So I'd have to like watch the Raw before and then watch the results on the Raw. I'm like, oh dang, man, that shit looked really cool. You know? But dude, it was super cool to watch. I've just been binging that shit on Peacock.
The WWE would straight up be like, kids, take the money out of your fucking parents' purses. Like, dude, watch WrestleMania or you will get beat up at school.
It's worth it, dude. Like, oh my, it's so much fun. That thing we just watched right now of John Cena. There's like a clip of like John Cena's doing a promo, right? And he's like, and I'll say it to you in Chinese, and he literally speaks Chinese because this fool John Cena knows every language apparently.
And he's huge in China.
Yeah. And he speaks Chinese, and he says like, I'm gonna beat you or whatever. And then there's a clip of The Rock from like 1998. He's like, The Rock will even tell you in Chinese, and he just basically says like ching chong ching chong. And The Rock is Asian, dude.
I honestly forgot about that until you brought up that point.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. The Rock, I think, was the first black world champion.
Oh shit, that might line up. Yeah, because
and I've heard of people saying like, I don't know if that really counts.
Wow.
Yeah, just because it's like he's Samoan. That's the whole thing. It's like he's pitched as a Samoan dude. I'm not gonna take away somebody's black, like, you know what I mean. But he's straight up. He was pitched as a Samoan dude.
I think like people who are half African American always have it a bit tougher. Like it's just that sucks because you get persecuted like either way.
Yeah,
like it sucks.
I'd rather be like The Rock and be 6'5" and dare somebody to persecute me. You know what I mean?
I was about to say like Dylan, but Dylan is full black. Like
our friend Dylan Farr is sometimes he's a black dude and he'll say the N-word on stage sometimes during a bit, and then black people are just like, I don't know if this Indian guy should say that. You know?
Do you know Matthew Duckett?
Yeah.
He's half black, and one time he has a story about being on stage where he said the N-word, and then afterwards a black comic like got into his face, and they were like fighting for like 10 minutes just like arguing, and then Matt's like, I'm half black, and the dude's like, oh fuck, you should have said that.
Dude, that's really funny because I was at this audition with Dylan where it was a diversity audition, and Dylan said that like the joke about like black people, and he was talking about black people with the entire set, and there was like 3 black people in the group, and they were just not having it. They were just like, who the fuck is this guy, man? And then I went
They
up.
thought he was in blackface?
Yeah, dude. They're like, who was this Indian kid? Hey, yo, life of pie. Get the fuck off the stage.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog.
Apparently that's problematic to say. Slumdog.
I always, I was talking to like Nick about this, but I was like, I call sometimes people by their race, by a movie name, but I never say Slumdog because I feel like that's problematic, so I just say A Life of Pie. A Life of Pie. Richard, what the fuck's that? Richard.
I haven't seen Life of Pie.
Oh, there's a tiger in the thing, and his name is like Richard something. I don't know why. It's not Richard Sherman, but I'm gonna call him Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman. Isn't that a fucking?
It's a quarterback. Yeah.
Really? Who's the guy? Oh, Marshawn Lynch, right?
Oh, Marshawn Lynch is sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold my nuts.
What did that thing? What Marshawn Lynch and Tom Brady? They have. What happened there? He's on the Seahawks, right? Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah,
they lost to Brady in that one game. Crazy
because they didn't run the ball on the 1 yard line.
Yeah. When I went to Seattle, I was like, oh, Tom Brady, whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened? Did we record? Oh, I went to Seattle.
I think we had recorded so like.
Oh yeah. Overlap. So we haven't talked about me in Seattle yet, right?
Oh no,
dude. I go to Seattle. Here's the thing.
I'm so surprised Daniel likes Seattle. You like Seattle?
I
right?
did. Yeah, dude. They were throwing the fish. These guys were flinging.
I forgot that was a thing. I only remember it from Free Willy.
I was like, bro, this guy really threw a fish at another guy, and the guy caught it. They never dropped the fish.
Damn,
it's crazy. And
are they like Odell?
Yeah, dude, they're big. They're big ass fishes too. They're huge fish. But I went over there, and something I noticed when you tell people you're from LA. It's like telling somebody you're a Scorpio because they're just like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Like, it gives them a green light to just be disrespectful towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what is your problem? Like,
there's that thing in sports games where if an LA team is like playing away, you always hear like no matter what the sport you hear, beat LA as a chant. And I've heard it's only because like LA's the only like city name where you can actually fit that in. Like it doesn't work phonetically with anything else, but like. Fuck you guys, you know what I'm talking about?
Dude. Like everybody like thinks LA is beefing with New York or anything like that. Listen, motherfucker, have you ever had a barbecue on Thanksgiving? Then case closed, bitch. You know what I mean? But like people,
I feel like when people get mad at us from being from LA, I'm like, that's a little racist, you know?
I'm like, get mad at the other people that are still taking LA from us. But like, we told somebody we're from LA, and then they're like, Pelosi country. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what do you mean?
Bro, I hate that lady. Like, what the fuck?
Is she a bitch too? I'm like, she's hot. I'll say it. Nancy Pelosi, hot as hell, bro. Kamala Harris, hot as hell. But don't elect hot people as elected officials, you know? Like people, I like women with brains. Yeah, but they're like Pelosi country. And I'm like, dude, like, stop talking to me right now. And people, like, when they ask Jasmine, like, how do you like living in LA? And she's like, oh, the traffic, you know, it's getting tired. But like, I got so many like people being dicks. I was like, I fucking love it. I'm like, it's beautiful.
You gotta lean into it.
I was like, it's the moment you get off the plane. And look, I hate Inglewood.
Dude, just getting to LAX, I'm like, this city should burn the fuck down. But once I'm out of town, I'm like, I love that drive. Like, I take that shit sometimes just to fucking see the fucking beautiful lights of the city. Dude, you know what I'm talking about?
Dude, for the first time, I've never like been on the side of the airplane, but we're on the airplane and it's nighttime and we literally fly over downtown, but we're close to the buildings. And I'm like, oh, this looks so beautiful. And we're getting closer and closer. I'm like, oh, wait, wait a second. I don't know. It's supposed to be that close. I'm like, hold up. But it really looked really nice. And we flew over SoFi Stadium, and some people behind us were like, oh my God, that's SoFi Stadium. That's where we're going to be. I'm like, I wonder what they're going to go to, you know? I don't know what concert, but it shit looked cool. But people were so disrespectful to this damn city, man. It makes me, like, hype it up even more.
I love LA, dude.
And look, there's some things I don't enjoy. The traffic sometimes can get irritating.
I live in Glendale, dude. Like, bro. I get mad every single time I have to drive, like, anywhere.
Somebody told me Isaac's girlfriend was saying that she was driving from, like, Orange County to Burbank to Orange County, right? Tough drive, you know? And then shit is so funny. Her insurance was high because she drives 2 hours from work and everything like that. And then she moved, or the job office got moved to Glendale or something. So she was going to tell the insurance, like, hey, we could lower the rates now because my job is actually in Glendale. And they're like, actually, your rate would go up.
Our rates went up like double. Like when we moved to Glendale, like I was like, this is wild. Like,
bro, and then they're like, actually, forget we had this conversation. Bro, that's so fun. Like, that city is such a piece of shit when it comes to driving. Like,
it's terrible.
And like, man, I'm all for texting and driving. You know, if you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, don't do it. But man, that city sucks.
Dude, Glendale's the only city where like I'll be driving and its traffic flow is good. The light turns green and then that shit slows down. Like, motherfuckers don't know how to turn in motherfucking Glendale. Like, the shit is green, move. Like,
there's always the cocksucker trying to make a left who slows it down, and then there's a guy who tries to speed through it, but then the other guy is making a right because he doesn't think any cars are coming, and then bam, just like a three-way accident.
I've seen so many accidents in Glendale.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, it's such a weird. I mean, these people, I hope you know, Glendale is just the worst place. It's the worst place in LA.
It's like Tatooine, dude. Just fucking cesspool.
I know, dude. Republic credits are not accepted here. That's like an Armenian jeweler.
Or just anywhere, like any business over there.
Yeah. Bloomingdale's. Honestly, dude, I think like because this is gonna be your first holiday season not living in Glass Hill Park, right?
Yeah.
So just trying to get home wherever you're from, driving in Glendale is like the shittiest thing.
I live close to Americana too.
Dude, it's fucking. I hate that. Like Glendale feels fake. Everything just doesn't. It doesn't feel real to me, dude.
I get that sometimes. Yeah.
Everything just feels put on, dude. I don't like that city. Pasadena, like it's. I've had more fun in Pasadena. There's a lot of shit to do in Glendale too. That's the crazy thing. But like everything just feels artificial.
I've never been a huge fan of Pasadena because every time I'm there, I'm like, oh, there's just couples everywhere. It just makes me be like, oh, I feel like a loser. I'm here with the homies. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Pasadena's cool because everything's just on one street.
Yeah.
That's Colorado. Yeah. That's what I like, dude. And there's a lot, but Glendale is just like, fuck, man.
This traffic has never stopped.
It just puts me in a bad mood. Like whenever I had to go to Glendale, I was telling Robert Schultz, this is the only time I ever feel Mexican. It was just an awkward thing to say. He was like, huh. I was like, yeah, I've been pulled over 3 times in Glendale. And I only had...
Oh, dude, like I've seen the stats for like police officers in Glendale and like they just love pulling over Mexicans. Like, I think it's like 46% more likely for them to pull over a Mexican than anything else.
It's weird, dude. And I'm like, it's the only place. I'm like light skin. I'm like, me and Vince usually get a pass, but they like got a scanner and they're like, get over here, dude. They pulled over Vince in Glendale too, right?
I was there.
Yeah, and Vince, if you like, you guys have met Vince before, but if this is your first time ever watching Sleepover, Vince is what we'd call a non-threatening Latino. You know, he's the kind of Latino you want.
Non-threatening, just in general.
Yeah, non-threatening. Vince is very non-threatening.
But he's always this close, you know. Mm-hmm. He's always this close whenever the action's happening.
Yeah, he was like, I was about to do something. You know, I was just about. I remember a guy punched his girlfriend at the club, and Vince is like, "You better not do that again." You better not.
Have you ever had to fight a dude over your girl?
No. But here's like the thing that happens all the time.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna mention.
So I'll be like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Or I gotta go get water, and then I go to get water. I'm gone for like 2 minutes, and then there'll be like a little Asian dude who'll walk in and be like, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, I have a boyfriend. He's like, oh no, but where he at though? You know. And then by the time she like shoos him away and just kicks him like fucking down the dirt road, I'm just like, hey, I'm back. And I'm like, how was it? Like, did anybody go up to you? She's like, yeah, like 3 guys. I'm like, where are these guys when I'm around here?
Dude, that's wild. Yeah, they're just waiting.
They are just
They're in the bushes right now.
She honestly gets herself into trouble a lot. She punched a person once. She's punched 2 people in the last 2 years in the face.
Whoa, in the last 2 years. Damn.
Somebody I think cussed her out at El Pescador, a good restaurant in Highland Park. You don't like El Pescador?
I'm okay with it. Like there was the one near my place in Glassell Park, like across the street from the Super A.
Yeah.
And that was fine. Oh. And then I've gone to the Highland Park one too.
I like that. Yeah. That's like my family restaurant, dude. I go there all the time.
What about Denny's?
No. I like Denny's, El Pescador too. Like when we want to be a little fancier. It's not even that It's not even fancy, but I like it, dude. But I guess she was picking up a meal, and some girl was like super drunk, and then she was just like causing a scene.
Yeah,
and
when you're drunk at El Pescador, dude, you fucked up.
And this girl like looked at Jasmine or something, and Jasmine, I don't even know what happened, but she's just like, you fucking cunt. And that's like, Jasmine hates that word.
Oh.
She like straight up hates it. And
well, because she kind of acts. No.
Yeah, you're stupid.
I'm kidding. But I love Jasmine. Jasmine's great.
She's gonna be like, she's like, I fucking hate Lewis. But she just like smacked the shit out of this girl apparently, and the girl fell down. And then she's like, don't fucking call me that, you bitch. And then the girl like ran off or something like that.
Oh, fuck.
No. So the girl got like escorted away because she was causing trouble, and so Jasmine did get in trouble. And then she was at the mall, the Santa Anita Mall once, and there was a gay guy at the door, and Jasmine tried opening it, and then the sign said closed at like 5 p.m. and I think it was like 5:01, and then the guy was just like, can't you read, bitch? And I'm like, oh my god, are people like this or something? And Jasmine just punched him straight in the face. I'm like, bro, that's a hate crime.
Jasmine was in the wrong. Like that dude for sure went over the line. But like
she punched him right. I'm like, that's my girl, dude. I'm like, that's cool. She just punched him. But
bro, imagine that dude's day though. Like he's like, I just closed up work and he gets punched in the fucking face.
He shouldn't have said. He's like, you can't read. I hate when people say that shit. Like when they instead of giving you a yes or no, they're just like, can't you do this, or like, what does it say?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude, that's crazy because
they treat you like it's an email in real life.
Yeah, it's so funny. I fucking hate emails, dude. I hate having to put exclamation points on.
I always forget to put like the tab space dash my name at the very end. Like
yeah, I don't even do that shit. I just put sent from Outlook. So I put sent from my iPhone so people know that I'm having a good time. I know a lot of people take that thing off, but I want people to know that like I
don't even know how to put it on. I should turn that shit on.
It just stays there, dude. But I let people know that I'm out of the office. I'm like, I don't even have an office, dude. I'm a DJ. You know what I mean?
If a DJ had an office, that'd be kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, we do have an office, dude. It is pretty crazy. It's a nutty job, dude. What the hell was I gonna say right now, though? There was something. What were we talking about before the emails? There was something else that was on email.
I felt like there was something I really wanted to talk to you about. Was it about Ozzy?
Oh yeah, we got a whole nother 25 minutes. So let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Sleepover. Yeah, we're back.
I wanted to get into something. So there's this guy named Donald Sterling. He used to own the Clippers. He had to sell them because he was racist. But I just remembered something that it was like a court deposition, and I want to read this statement out loud. This was his answer to something. He says, "Well, I fool around sometimes. I do. When a girl seduces me and tells me all these hot stories and dirty things and tells me how much she wants to suck on me and take my shoes off and lick my feet and touches me. When I'm in a limousine, she takes all of her clothes off. The limo driver said, 'What's going on?' And she started sucking on me to Mr. Coon's house. And I thank her for making me feel good." And then it's questioned, and the moderator goes, "Sir, the question is this your handwriting?"
No, was that really real?
It's an actual court transcript.
Oh my god, dude. What is up with people named Donald, man?
They're fucking wild, dude. Duck, Trump, like...
Yeah. Is Daffy Duck... I always wonder this, right? Is Daffy Duck a black guy?
Because sometimes his beak has come off and he's still black underneath, you know?
You know what I mean? So like, is Daffy Duck Bugs Bunny's black friend? It's like, you know how
Bugs always came off as kind of being black, you know?
He's
in Space Jam, you know?
He just got hops, you know? So anything, they just... Daffy Duck is the white dude, but like Daffy
Duck might be the white dude.
But Daffy Duck is like our black friend Dylan. We're like he's like the black guy, but like it's like when you show a picture like this is your black friend. And it's like a white guy playing Halo. It's like my one black friend, and it's this guy Dylan Farr in a steampunk outfit. I love that guy though. Donald Sterling, right?
Yeah, Donald Sterling.
That's so
piece of shit.
That's so fun. This is something because as a kid, I'll admit I did like the Clippers for a time, but this was like 2002, 2000. They never were anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like
Elton. They were barely a basketball team. Yeah,
Elton Brand, Sam Cassell, and shit. Oh, and then I stopped watching a little bit after around what's that shit when they were kind of cool. They're fun to watch. Lob City was fun. But I used to tell people like, hey, do you like the Clippers? And I was like, I was a fan until they got rid of Donald Sterling. That's when the team really went downhill. You know? Imagine it's like the way you said it is so funny. He's like, he owned the Clippers, but he had to sell them because he's racist. So he sold his black teams to another white guy.
Balmer. I don't like Balmer at all.
I don't like him either. Balmer has probably fucked over more people. But here, okay, so I don't know if I can clip this, but this is for all the people who watch this shit.
For the real ones who watch the entire YouTube clip.
For the entire episode, I went to PCC, right, and we had to do a documentary project. And one of my friends knew this guy named Clipper Darrell. Okay. You're familiar with Clipper Darrell?
Is he like a big Clipper fan?
He's a huge Clipper fan. He has a suit that's like blue and red.
Oh, I've seen him.
This is Clipper Darrell, right? We do this project on it. We want to meet him and be like, why are you a Clipper fan? His goal in life was to become the official Clippers mascot, but he did not. He lost out to Chuck the Condor.
Oh yeah, their mascot is a condor for some reason.
Goofy ass bird. And this guy is literally devastated about it, you know, because he's like, I don't know what I did, man, but like I just wanted to be the mascot. They're just like, you can't be a fucking mascot. You're literally a person. You know, like you can't. So he's at the mascot, and we're interviewing him this meeting, and the guy I know, he gives him a softball. He's like, "So tell us about like how you had to end your friendship with Donald Sterling." And the guy thought back for a second. He's like, "You know, I think it's time we all got to come together and forgive Donald Sterling. We got to forgive."
Wait, is he a white guy?
No, he's black. I forgot to tell you. Clipper Darrell is a black dude. He's a he's a black dude, not half black, straight black. You know what I mean? Inglewood. Like, no. He's black. He wears a hat. Like, look up right now. Look up Clipper Darrell.
Clipper Darrell. I'll look up Clipper Darrell. You guys look it up with me, too.
Clipper Darrell.
Daniel, we haven't even mentioned it, but you look like you're dressed up for a sleepover today.
Oh, yeah. I'm very cozy. I'm wearing my PJs.
I didn't know. I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, dude. I'm relaxing. But we, so we're talking to Clipper Darrell.
Oh, just looking at his name. Like, Darrell.
Yo, his name is Darrell.
I thought it was a different kind of Darrell, but it's like.
No.
This looks like Darrell, you know?
That's Clipper Darrell.
That's Clipper Darrell.
Yeah. Nice guy. I will say nice guy.
For some reason, I imagined him painting his face.
No, mate.
He just wore a suit.
Yep.
This dude just wore a suit.
He wore a suit. He has a custom like car that's like that. He goes to every game. He's always dancing. I'm not too sure if he gets free tickets or not. But
probably not.
He's nice guy. I gotta keep stressing this, you know. But he's like, it's time that we forgive Donald Sterling. You know, Donald Sterling was good to me. Donald Sterling put me up in the Ritz-Carlton. He didn't have to do any of that, you know. And we're just like, cut. And we're like, Darrell, we can't put any of that in the movie. We're like, Darrell, what the fuck was that? You know, and he's like, guys, you know, like, what are we gonna do? This guy, like, he's a good man. We're like, Darrell, did you read what he said? He's like, look, nobody's perfect. He put me up in the Ritz, and he didn't have to do that. And I don't even know if we were able to record, so we just had to cut around this fool saying it's how to commit. So we basically cut to like, how'd you feel about Donald Sterling? And then we basically cut to him saying, he put me up in the Ritz-Carlton, and I just don't know. And it's just like. And we just cut to the rest of that shit, man. But shout out to Clipper Darrell. Clipper fans are loony, you know. I know a few.
You gotta have a few screws loose.
There's a screws loose. Jasmine Bang, another Clipper fan. A few screws loose in my head.
Yeah, I don't know about them.
I don't know about them, dude.
Oh, I remember what I want to get into. So you had a group project recently, huh, Daniel?
Oh yes, I did. Group projects, dude. They're absolutely crazy, man.
They really make you lose faith in humanity.
Yeah, honestly, and I've never been the guy that lets people down, but like this last week I was on a plane ride during class, and luckily we didn't have to present. But you don't have to be a business major to understand this business project, okay? So I
didn't even know you were taking a business class.
I had to take something, but with a business project is come up with a product and sell it to a country, okay? So my group comes up with the idea to sell Apple iPhone chargers to China.
Where they come from?
So, right off the bat, this project is destined to fail because it literally.
Did someone pitch this, or was this multiple people pitching?
I don't know.
This
I think one person did, and we're just like, well, I guess we'll do it. You know. And here's the fucking annoying thing, Louis. So there's 5 parts of the project. Somebody gets to just do like what we're pitching and come up with why it's a useful item. Easiest shit, right? Easiest thing to do because they're like, okay, they're Apple chargers. Somebody has to come up with a history of your country. Another super easy thing to do.
You just look at the Wikipedia article.
Look at that shit. And I was literally the last person to like respond, and I literally had to come up, how are we going to sell this product?
So they're like, they just have to explain everything, but then you're like, how do people buy this shit, which is the most important part.
Yeah, and look, I remember the good Republican friend Dr. Sell. You remember Dr. Sell?
I remember Dr. Sell.
Dr. Sell gave the wisest advice. He's like, if you can't prove something with fact, dazzle them with bullshit. And that's exactly what I did during this presentation. And then, so in the presentation, I'm like, look, we're selling Apple iPhone chargers to China. And look, let me tell you, folks, it's going to be difficult. And I paused for like 3 seconds. I'm like, but not impossible. I'm like, here's how we're going to do it.
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'm like, we are going to sell wholesale because we can't sell retail because they're made in China, obviously. I'm proving all the points wrong, but I'm like, saying that we know it, you know, so they think that I'm like in on it too. And I'm like, but we're going to undercut the competition, and this is how we're going to make the money back by selling in bulk, which I don't know. I just basically gave the best chance that I could, right? And we present. I think it went as okay as it could go. And the teacher's like, I got a few questions questions. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. And he's like, about the wholesale, are you guys gonna have a representative? And I'm like, I didn't even think of this shit at all. I'm like, yeah, we'd have a representative probably to meet with the people. He's like, well, how would you do it? And I'm like, that's actually a good question. I think it's something that we're gonna look into and we're gonna get done. And he's like, so when you buy these products, are you gonna have them kept in China or are you gonna keep them in the USA? I'm like, it'd probably be cheaper in China. And I'm just like rubbing everything off, and I'm the only person that gets questioned. And then one thing, I sounded like a little flustered, and I'm like, damn, I fucked up. So I got a D on the assignment. I'm like, wow, I got a D because I couldn't give the answer at the end. And so when I got a D, I was so mad. I was at the gym and I wasn't paying attention. So I put in a group chat that I was sending to you and to Vince, I put, damn, I really got a D on this assignment. Pissed off, And I double checked my phone and I sent that to the group project of the people that I was working with. And I was like, oh no, because I was literally going to follow up with like a lot of shit talk. I wanted to say like, damn, I got a D because of these fucking idiots. And then I get a response back. I'm like, oh, Lewis is a quick responder, but it's somebody else from the class who's like, oh, damn, that's crazy. I got one too. And another person is like, yeah, our teacher was a hater. And that's always good, just to call your teacher a hater when you come up with the stupidest business idea that literally, I even said it once. I'm like, it's like selling ice to an Eskimo, but we're gonna do it because it's hard. We're like JFK.
You want the challenge.
I want the challenge. And I'm wondering like why I got a D, but I look and I see why we have a D, and this is what infuriates me the most, because it says the presentation wasn't bad, too many words on the slide. You should not be reading from the slide, which is exactly what I never do. But there was literally a girl on my project who literally just read it word for word, and it was 3 bullet points, Lewis. She just read them and then she was like, next slide.
Yeah, literally for what I do for presentations is I have this like just quick sentences, and then I have all the notes on a piece of paper because I'm doing it over Zoom, so it's like I'll have the notes with me, so I just read off of that, so it seems like I know about the shit, but it's like, no, I have all the notes written already.
Even then, like you do stand up and shit, you can just have the idea and feel it out.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people really just read out the shit, and I'm so frustrated that I thought that I was the problem because I didn't have the answer ready, but it's because everybody read from the straight from the presentation. That shit got me so irked, man. I can't believe it. I got a D in the class. No, I got a D on that thing. Never trust people.
Never trust people. Always, for group chat projects, email the professor and just be like, can I do this shit by myself?
Honestly, I should have done it because the project was not that hard. If Rico hadn't have... Dude, Rico dying destroyed my entire semester. I had straight A's last semester, and then everything has spiraled out of control since I watched The Many Saints of Newark. Which I said,
was it that weekend?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, it was like, everything was just going bad. And I watched Shark Tale yesterday, dude. Shark Tale is so goddamn funny, man.
I forgot about the Rasta jellyfish.
Yeah, dude. There's guys. They say something. They have a joke in there that is hilarious, and it made me like spit out my water. I forgot what it was though, dude. But Martin Scorsese's in that movie.
Yeah, he's a pufferfish.
He's a pufferfish. Great cast. Big Pussy Bombensero was in that movie. He plays an octopus.
Oh, is he the octopus?
He is the octopus.
And then Michael Imperioli is the older brother shark that dies.
Frankie, yeah. Dude, it's a fun movie. And then Angelina Jolie looks hot in that thing as a fish.
And it's like also like partly car wash, right?
Yeah, it's like a car wash, the whale wash. The opening scene, it's like looks so fun. They're just washing whales.
Anything under the sea looks fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, except actually physically being under the sea.
That just seems like a nightmare. Like scuba diving, like the fact that you can go scuba diving and then you have to like go into those pods where you have to like decompress, like otherwise you explode. Like fuck that.
I've seen that 1,000 Ways to Die thing where like somebody opens it and the person explodes, and I'm like, how is that even possible? What do you think in the future we could just live under the sea?
Probably not.
You don't think ever?
I don't know.
What if we somebody has to just build some shit under the sea. Elon, why are we trying to go to another planet? Let's just live under the sea, bro.
I don't even like talking about Elon. That fool, like, just seeing his face and the fact that he's autistic, I'm like, I don't fuck with this guy at all.
Yeah, we should get rid of everybody with... Nah, dude.
No, it's not. It's because he's just like his face more than anything else.
He does seem like an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
And like, but not like a cool, like, I'm like, bro, you should be like Tony Stark, bro. Like...
Or Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne. Oh, dude, this shit happened today. I don't know if I talked to you about this yesterday, but I think my mom is on Facebook too much. Do you ever feel that way?
Oh, I see my mom on Facebook. Yeah, it's kind of like it's weird because I hear about teens on Facebook. I'm like, there's no fucking teenagers on Facebook.
Teens. I'm like, I know my mom is on Facebook too much because I was like, hey mom, how do you feel about the Island Boys? Because I was like, you know when you say stupid shit to your mom?
Yeah.
And she's like, I think they're stupid and they have no talent. And I'm like, Mom, you shouldn't know who the Island Boys are. like I like the fact that she responded got me so mad. I was like, Mom, give me your phone. Give me
Damn you, Zuck! You took her away from me. You took her away from me.
Bro, there's no reason anybody over like 35 should know who the Island Boys are. I'm an island, who I think are slightly talented. I think so. I think they
Did I send you that clip of them performing in Miami where they just get booed on the fucking stage?
Dude, I thought they were trying their best, and they can harmonize well. I can hear the.
There's no harmony. Where are they from? I don't even know where they came from.
Like
what island?
Florida. I mean, technically Cubans. That's why people are like, "You're not really Island Boys." They're like, "Well, technically." It's like when Mexicans are like, "Yeah, actually, we're Southern." Howdy, y'all.
Hola.
Hola. Get out. I'm trying to get my Spanish better, dude.
I always want to get my Spanish better, but like I just know my family will make fun of me for it, and I just don't want to try sometimes.
Isn't that shit frustrating? How you get made fun of for not knowing it, and you get made fun of for trying.
Yeah, but if I were to make fun of my parents' English, like suddenly, like I'm a huge fucking asshole. I'm like, oh, you think that's the way you like? If I responded to them with their English the same way they responded to me to my Spanish, like I would get my ass kicked in public. It's like, oh, you don't know how to say Chase Bank? You go Chas? Huh? You don't know how to say that?
Hey, what's your favorite drink? Sprite. Sprite. You sound stupid. That shit's annoying, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna call my homie Donald. I'm like, you ever just miss your boy Donald? I'm like the Wolverine picture with this.
With Donald Trump on it. Yeah. You know who I do miss though? It's the Grizzly Man.
Oh, dude.
You rewatched it recently, didn't you?
I watched that clip, and honestly, it's one of the like a documentary made me like cry as a kid.
Dude, that was because every Friday we would get to like go rent a DVD at this place called Jay's Video, which is close to our house. And I remember one week I was like, my cousin hyped up Grizzly Man, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm so hyped, I'm gonna fucking get this. And they don't show the fucking murder at the end.
You actually wanted to see it?
I wanted to see that shit. Why else would I sit through as a kid? Why would I sit through an entire documentary to not see someone get mauled by bears at the very end?
You're a sick fuck, bro. When I saw his face when he's watching the footage, I was like, man, I hope I never hear this. And then once I like looked up on YouTube, like,
if you don't know what Grizzly Man is, documentary about a dude who was like living with grizzly bears, and he was like get super rough with them, and at the very end, the grizzly bears fucking eat him.
Yeah, but we have to like, this guy is not what you, when you think of a Grizzly Man, you do not think of Timothy Treadwell. Timothy Treadwell, his name is, he's fucking just like, oh, there's one.
Is he like a Swedish dude?
No, dude, like he has like literally the gayest voice. No, it's not even like you think he is gay for 100%. Like he names the bear. Oh, he names the bear like Fox. No, it's not Foxy. There's a bear. What are the bears' names?
I don't remember. I'll look at the bears' names. Dude, who would have guessed that like bears are just snakes on four legs?
Yeah, I think he names one of the bears Mr. Bear, and then he's like, Mr. Bear, where are you going? He like talks like that, and he's literally just chilling with bears for the entire movie, and they're just chilling with him. You know what I mean? And he goes out there with his girlfriend like one time, and I guess I don't know what happened. He snuck up. Something happened with the grizzly bear, and it just fucking mauled both of them.
Something is always gonna happen with a grizzly bear.
No, but like the whole movie, he literally is playing with these fucking bears, dude.
Oh, it's a Werner Herzog film?
Oh yeah, it is a Werner Herzog.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's chilling with the bears, and
I looked up Grizzly Man on Google, and one question is Grizzly Man dead? Like,
dude, because there's footage of him like on David Letterman or something like that, and then they talk about his like inevitable death if it'll happen. He's like, oh, you never know the risks and shit, and then he fucking dies. Like, crazy, dude.
And it was like the bear that he liked the most, dude.
It was like he caught the bear in a bad day or something like that, and bears are fucked up, bro. Bears are scary.
Fuck them bears.
Fuck them bears.
Fuck
bro.
them bears.
I'm playing with them birds like I'm Larry. The Lakers beat the Celtics yesterday.
Awesome.
On Larry. I was about to say Larry David. Larry Bird's birthday. And so this is something that I like discussing with you a lot. Is that Kobe had a case against him, right? Whether he did it or not, he had a case against him, and the city of LA stood by Kobe, and we're like, we want that motherfucker to have 2 statues, one for 8 and one for 24. Bill Russell has given the city of Boston 11 rings, and during that time, they were breaking into his house and tagging the N-word.
Not only that, they were smearing shit on his walls.
Oh, I forgot that shit. They were smearing shit on his walls.
Over a champion.
Fuck
Boston,
dude. He
dude.
gave you 11 rings.
Like they flaunted 17 for so long over us because they had one more, and I'm like, Dick, like 11 of those came before 1970. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Here's the thing, bro. Everything before the 80s doesn't count. I'll say it. It don't count.
Since the 80s, the Lakers have, I think, somewhere around 11 rings.
Yes.
Celtics have, I think, 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
Yeah, that shit doesn't... Wait, no. No, they didn't. Wait.
Because I think Bird has 3, and then they have the one in 08.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Bird might not even... I think Bird has 3.
I don't know if Bird has 3.
No, because I think Magic has 4.
Magic has 5.
Magic has 5?
Magic has 5.
Then Bird has 3. Bird has 3. Because they faced each other in the finals 3 times, and Magic has a 2-1 record over him in the finals.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which rules.
But then Celtics fans always bring up, they're like, oh, but the Lakers never played the best Celtics team of that decade. And I'm like, yeah, because we were injured. And then they're like, but they faced the exact same Celtics team the next year, but they're like, oh, the Celtics were injured that year. So
shut the fuck up. Getting injured is a part of the game, and you have to make it to the very end of the season. That's why they're like, oh, this person was injured, so you can't really count it. It's like, oh, well, you shouldn't have gotten injured then. Like, you have to look at Giannis. Perfect example, right? AD was a punk ass bitch last year, right? I hate to say it. Giannis like hyperextended his knee, and it was the final.
That injury was like fucking insane. Like, it looked like his leg snapped in two.
And he's the Finals MVP. That's what makes you a great player. And fuck the city of Boston for vandalizing a person that gave you 11 rings. And shout out to LA for standing by Kobe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why. Look. People hate the city, but we pride loyalty.
We love our athletes. Dude, I get so sad whenever a Dodger player leaves. Like, that shit legit hurts my fucking heart,
bro.
I hate them when they're like losing, but then as soon as they're gone, I'm like, bro, like, you could have won a little bit more with us, you know? Like,
you know what's the funny, like the shit, like with the Dodgers. I know you have that joke about it, like where they have like allegations. People are just like, well, he's the Dodgers, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the people of LA, we pride loyalty over everything. Kobe had the case, and we still love him more than LeBron because LeBron left Cleveland and Miami.
They really still hold that over him.
They do, and he's never gonna be loved like that, you know? Just because loyalty over royalty, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, dude. We're spitting. I hope people who listen to this like sports a little bit, or else they're just gonna be like,
yeah, this would have been a down podcast.
They're gonna be like, I hate this episode. Where's Vince so we can talk about crying?
Have you? I don't know if I've ever cried over sports. Oh, I cried when the Dodgers won, but it was like that manly cry where it's like just like one tear and I wiped it off.
I've cried over sports because we lost.
Oh, really?
That shit. I don't know if I told you this story, but we're playing the goal of the city championship. I'd always tell people that we're gonna make it a city because they'd be like, "You're not gonna make it a city." I'm like,
oh, but you actually played.
We played, yeah. So like we're one game away, right? And I think we could have won this game, but we're playing at USC, the field, which is super fucking nice, right? And I think we lose by like 1 run, and I'm just fucking devastated. And I'm so devastated, I start crying. And to make matters worse, they play one of my favorite songs, probably top 5 favorite songs ever.
One more time?
They play one more time as the fucking team is rushing the field and they're all like dapping each other up, and I'm just here fucking bawling. I'm like, I fucking love this song so much. I hate these people. I'm so sad. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't wash that taste out of that song, you know, for the longest time. And I love that song, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. But I've cried from like losing and just, you know, because you have to do the same thing the next year. Like, fuck, man, I really got to do this shit. It's crazy. You know, I cried when Vince bombed. I was like, when Vince bombs, I'm just like, oh man. I'm like, that's my boy up there.
I always think it's very funny when I see Vince bomb, because it's like, if I know I'm gonna go up afterwards, I'm like, okay, I can lean into this. They hated Vince, like they're gonna hate me, so I can just do whatever the fuck I want now.
The funny thing about Vince bombing is that, for at least in my opinion, I don't know if he'll see this, but he doesn't know how to. It's like it's a new thing to him.
Yeah.
Then I've explained there's like boxers who are good because they knock people out in the first or second round, but they don't know how to make it to round 8, and they're like, this isn't going well. With me, like, this shit is like a roller coaster. I'm used to it not going well, so it's part of the game. But with Vince, he's like, oh, that shit didn't get a standing ovation. What do I do? And
you see him like walking further back from the like front of the stage, like he's like backs away,
and he's like he's like blah blah blah, and then he tries to riff, but then he kind of sounds mean, and I'm like, oh, that's my boy up there. I'm like, Do the gangster bit again. He's a wild boy, dude. But yeah, seeing Vince not do well, I don't wish for it, but when it happens, it's kind of funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny because he just says mean things.
He does well most of the time. Vince is a really good comic.
He's a great comic, and man, it sucks that like great comics are usually just bad people. You know what I mean?
Like Ian Russo, like he's,
oh my god, that fuckhead, dude.
We're not gonna get into that until Vince is back.
Yeah, and plus these people don't even know him. He's just a crazy ass comic.
Call me the rooster.
He's a rooster. What else we get? There was something else we wanted to get into, dude. What do you call it? You had to take your dad to the airport, right?
Oh yeah.
And how was that?
I mean, it's LAX, you know. It's dude.
What did he fly? What airline?
United
Terminal. Which terminal?
Did
you do the trick that I told you?
We did.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So the entire way there, I'm like, all right, Dad, there's a way we can go where we circumvent everything. And he's like, no, we're departures. And I'm like, no, just listen to me. Like, it'll be here. Uh-huh. And then I'm like, stay in the left lane. He's like, no, because the thing. I'm like, you motherfucker, just one time, trust me. Like, even if we fuck up, we're still gonna end up like we're near the front. Like, we can just do the loop all over again if you want.
Yeah.
We cut through, and the entire time we're cutting through, he's like, I don't know. And then we finally get there, and he's like, look, we're not moving. And I'm like, yeah, because we're at Terminal 6 already. Like, we cut through the entire thing, and he's like, oh, you're so smart. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Like,
that's so funny. I'm glad that I could help. You know what I mean?
Dude, that cut through is like insane.
It's odd. I gave my Uber a $20 tip for showing me that shit, dude. I felt so happy.
And it's so funny because you see the signs, but it's like LAX. You just know, like, nah, stay in it. Don't fuck around.
Don't trust it, dude. I hate that airport so much, man. I don't know, but I'm glad that your dad is in where is he, in Vegas right now?
No, El Salvador.
Oh, I thought. Wait, does he work in El Salvador? Or?
No, he works in Vegas, and he lives in Vegas, and he does a commute back out here, but he goes to El Salvador for the entire month of December usually. Not last year.
He goes there just to fuck shit up.
Hang out with MS-13. Yeah.
I told this joke at the show. I was like, we got any gang members in the audience? And I'm like, shout out where you're from. I was like, I met somebody from MS-13 once when I was starstruck.
Dude, they legit scare the fuck out of me. That gang seems so scary.
Oh my, bro, you got tattoos on your forehead, man. Like,
one year that my dad was in El Salvador, he like sent me a video, and it was of like a parakeet, and he's like, it's a 2-minute long video. You know how dads record videos.
Yeah.
And then he's just like trying to make the parakeet talk, and then I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's a really big bird, and he's like, yeah, this was the dinner for tonight.
Damn.
And I'm like, you fucking savage country, you motherfuckers.
That's so funny, dude. This is something similar, but like, you know how dads record videos and shit like that or pictures. I'm driving.
Why they're always like
yeah, they're always. I don't know. It's so funny, but I'm driving in the car with my dad, and we're on the way to work. Right, we're driving through the city, and we're driving through the LA skyline coming from south. So it's like it looks beautiful, right? And my dad has a fucking Android phone, and he's like, Daniel, take a bunch of pictures of the skyline. I like the way it looks. And I'm taking pictures. They're not great, you know what I mean? They're just random ass pictures.
Because you're in a car.
Yeah, and he's like, no, take more. And I take at least like 120 pictures. I'm like, Pop, like, what is the point of this? Because these pictures are not amazing. And he's like, look, let me tell you, I had you take all these pictures because when I'm running late with the client, I'm just like, it's so funny. He's like, I had you take these pictures because when I'm running late with the client, I'll send them a picture of the skyline and traffic, and I'll be like, I can't even believe all this traffic, man. I'm like, I'm on my way to you. Crazy, right? I'm like, you are the best bullshitter I have ever met in my life, because I feel like there's been a time where he sent me one of those pictures. Dude, I was driving with my dad once in the valley, right? And we're on the way to a client, and we go to one. We have 2 clients, right? We're going to another one before we go to the second one, but he tells the second one that he's on the way already. So we go to the first client. The guy's like, Hector, where are you? I'm waiting for you. We need your help. He's like, I'm on the way, man. Traffic is crazy, you know? And then before we got there, the guy called before, and he's like, where are you? He's like, I'm on McCourt Street or something like that. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, traffic's crazy. We go to the other place, calls again, and we're driving back on this on the way to see the client, and the guy's like, Hector, man, we're really down bad over here. Where are you? He's like, man, there's so much traffic. I'm like, Pop, no. I look up at the side, and it's the same side that he already told the guy. And he's like, we're on, man, I don't even know. It's crazy. You know the GPS. And we get there, we hop out of the car, and the guy's like, man, traffic must have been terrible. And my dad is just like, unbelievable. And the guy's like, I know how it could be. And then we get to work.
We should have your dad on this episode.
Dude, we should have all the dads on this episode.
All the dads?
All the dads would actually be really funny. I would love that. But you have anything else you want to say?
I like the way that ended. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been Daniel Cabral.
I'm Luis Lamas.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Free Vince Caldera.
Free Vince. Now lock that boy up.